Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, sampler review series I'm going to do for the while. I'll go over there, trout food and drink items. The stuff I drink stuff in, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. Okay, I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I've been doing this, I don't even know how many videos I've done anymore. It's been a lot. Hundreds of these videos. Does that make me an expert? No. But what it does make me is experienced. You can still be shit and be experienced, but I leave that up to you, folks. Let you determine that. But at the time I'm doing this, I'm in the truck. You can see I got the Grody work shirt on. Chances are if I'm in the truck, I got Grody work shirt on. I was on my way home from a place, and I found a thing to review. Very much the case today. And on top of that, it's a little hard to see, but it's snowing. It's not quite winter yet, but, we're getting there, and it decided to snow today. And what with that being the case, it felt particularly on point to go over there and try out this new thing for a review. Because, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? Boom! What the hell is this? This, folks, is from Dunkin' Donuts. I have done a bunch of stuff from Dunkin' Donuts. I live close to Dunkin' Donuts. They're a nice thing that I can stop off on my way home from work and grab. Dunkin' Donuts. This is the Peppermint Mocha Signature Latte. Now, I can tell you right now, there is a extremely strong chance that I'm going to like this. The only way I'm going to dislike this is if they somehow fucked it up real hard. Because if you watch my channel, you might know, I don't bring it up that often, but every now and again, I love mint and chocolate as a combination. It is, when I run into people who don't like it as a combination, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, but it throws me. Like, it's one of those things that pings in my head for a second. It's like, I better watch this person. And that said, pretty much the worst person I've ever known in my life did not like peppermint, definitely didn't like peppermint and chocolate as a combination. I'm not saying that every person who doesn't like peppermint and chocolate is the worst person ever, but you're in bad company. I'm not going to mention who that person is, but that person sucked hard. I'm guessing this is going to be really good, though. I love it. My favorite type of ice cream is mint chocolate chip. And I still remember being a very small child out with my grandparents in Chicago. We stopped off at a little ice cream parlor. I don't think, because for a while, Walgreens used to have little restaurants and stuff inside them, years ago. And I think I was too old for that, but then it might have been one of those ones that held on for long enough that maybe when I was little, because I kind of remember that being a thing, but I was way too young. But I still remember going over there and Grandma and Grandpa were like, you can pick out any ice cream you want, Brandon. I was like, that's the business. That's why I love you. And there was this green looking ice cream, and I was like, I'm all about green. What's that? That's mint chip. I gotta have some of that. And here I am, I'm 36 years old now. It's still one of my favorite things in the world. Hopefully it's delicious and good. It's good. Oh, and I'm fairly certain that I've had this from them maybe last year or the year before. I don't think I ever did a review for it, but I don't understand how people can't. I mean, I've talked with people and they've said it reminds them of toothpaste and stuff. I mean, folks, toothpaste doesn't taste bad. It's mint flavored for a fucking reason. It's refreshing. It's wonderful. I love it. Add in the chocolate. That's a good day. There's nothing I dislike about this. It's, aside from just being minty and chocolatey, which I love, on top of that, and I mentioned this before in other Dunkin' reviews, is a coffee beverage where the coffee aspect of it isn't super strong. Because I'm not somebody who likes real strong coffee. I'm not a big fan of bitter flavors typically. This has like just enough. It's there, it's still a coffee beverage, but you're getting this nice, soothing mint throughout. And then on top of that, you go there and you get a little bit of mocha at the end, it kind of goes over there. And the nice thing about it is it kind of, because chocolate has a little bit of a bitterness to it too, it kind of goes over there, it teams up a little bit with the coffee, and it goes over there, and, just gives this nice little refreshing chocolatey burst. It's magical. It's honestly one of the only reasons why I'm willing to tolerate, like, early Christmas season stuff. Because I'm firmly in the camp of, like, I don't need that stuff. I don't need to hear it in the stores. I don't need to see it up. I mean, if you want to do it, that's fine. I'm not trying to be a grinchy asshole or anything like that. I know a lot of people enjoy having that stuff up. It's perfectly fine. I don't need to participate in it in public settings. That's all I'm saying. Now, to be fair, if you watch my reviews, I have my headphones with me a lot. That's very purposeful. That helps me deal with the world. So, but I like the fact that a lot of mint stuff comes out around this time. It's just a wonderful thing. Oh, it's so good. What I am going to do, because I like to do it with these things, I am going to go over there and swirl it around and mix it, because it's got like whipped cream and chocolate on top. And I always like to mix this stuff together for one thing, because then that way that I don't just end up with a bunch of stuff up on top at the end of the drink. But on top of that, it can change how the drink tastes. So, let's see how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't dilute it too much, because I really, really like the flavor already. And it's nice. It's like a nice mellow flavor. Like, I know we've already got it in stores, but, what is it? Starbucks. They have their, peppermint, mocha frappuccino stuff available, which I'm a big fan of too. But, although I wish that they had just the normal peppermint ones. I really, really do. They haven't had that in years. They didn't always used to add the mocha. I like that they have the mocha. I just personally, I'd like to have that as an option as well. Because, man, I used to down those freaking things way too hard. But that's how much I like peppermint. If they could figure out some way to make peppermint and pineapple work, that would be it. That'd be it. I'd stop reviewing. I would just go over there. It would be a blissful moment. I would find a mountain to live on for the rest of my life. And I would just sit in quiet contemplation, because all was right in the universe. Yeah. I will say, for me personally, I didn't, they just put it on there. If I were to get this again, which I very well may because I like it, I would probably forego the whipped cream and such. Typically, I like it as a nice little add-on, but with this, when you mix it in, it just dilutes all the other flavors. It does maybe become a little bit more chocolatey, because you do have the chocolate on top mixing in, but the whipped cream kind of dials everything else back, and you lose some of that cooling mint flavor. So, for me, that's a trade-off I'm not willing to give up on. But it's still good. It's just I preferred it prior to the mix. But it is still good. It just doesn't have the same zing, if that makes any sense. Now, all that said, would I recommend it? It all depends on who you are, folks. If you're somebody who, like me, enjoys, peppermint and chocolate as a combination, then 100%. There's no reason not to. Absolutely give it a shot. Now, if you're a serial killer, or conversely, some sort of genocidal maniac, maybe of the dictator variety, I can't imagine that Putin likes peppermint and mocha. I'm just saying. Again, not saying that, everybody falls in that camp, but there could be some psychological profiling there. I'm just saying. Then obviously there's no reason for you to try it. But it's just a good drink. It firmly comes down to, do you like that combination or not? If you do, it's for you. If it's not, maybe the FBI should keep an eye on you. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month. 2 benefits here, folks. You could have yourselves a truly peppermint and chocolate rest of your life. Because I don't care if you don't like it. Typically, I try to be like, people like what they like. I don't care. It's delicious. It's amazing. I can't. It's just wonderful. It's one of the greatest things in the world. Oh, very final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Okay? I've been a little bit of an asshole in this one, what with the jabs and such and everything like that. But that's for me. I have to mitigate the level of assholishness in my life, even in a joking context, because I don't want to go over there. I don't want anybody to, feel ostracized or anything like that. That's not cool. Jokes aside, my brain just wants to make more and more jokes about it because it's too good for me. But, dial it back a little bit. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in my life. Hopefully you can too. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there, folks. Maybe you're not a fan of peppermint and chocolate as a combination, which is perfectly okay. Genuinely, it's perfectly okay. Like I said, worst person I've ever known wasn't a fan. But that doesn't mean that you are. But maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to be like, maybe I have been a little too harsh. Maybe I'm going to try it myself. Maybe you're going to try it again. And maybe you're still not going to like it. And you know what, folks? That's perfectly okay. Or conversely, you could do something way more meaningful than that in your life. Like, what with the winter-ish conditions and such. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but maybe go sledding or something, right? If you got a big-ass hill somewhere by where you live, go sledding. Sledding's fun. Just got to make sure you got, nice clothes on and stuff, proper, winter gear and stuff. When I was a kid, I used to go sledding, and I'd just be like, light coat, jeans and such, and then, I'd have to walk home and be nearly fucking frostbitten, so take care of yourself. All right? Bye.